Okay, I gotta be careful not to touch any of the goddamn buttons. This is a pain in the ass. Alright. This is the sound of journal number 1. Obviously, it's half dismantled, but sent you a video. All 4 of yours make that sound. Number 4. By the way, both of these kind of look somewhat burned. If you look up there at that one, it looks like kind of like a golden brown color. Same as that one, golden brown, except for that's dark brown. One of the videos I sent you says, look at the coloring of that. That coloring and that race tells a story. That it got so hot in here that it discolored the metal, because the factory color is this golden brownish. But number 1 and 4 are definitely exhibiting signs of high temperature with the dark brown kind of coloring. And look at number 4 also. So what this car is going through, yes, you know, that's a pain in the butt, which I'll smooth it out. But I found 3 different solutions for that, and they make something that, you know, right now there's supposed to be a harmonic balancer that sits right here, right? So your harmonic balancer sits here, and it spins stuff. Well, I think, no, actually the harmonic balancer sits like right here. And then that pin is just stuck in there, so we're trying to solve this problem. Well, what they do is they put I believe they cut how the hell did they cut the groove? I don't think they didn't show that. But they cut a groove, and then they put a very long new Woodruff key. Now they also make one that has pins, okay? And so this outer thing is threaded, so it threads into here, and it's like, you know, very thin, right? But it's right on top of the crankshaft. And then you put the bolt on the outside of it, but since the harmonic balancer is in its normal place, and then this thing goes outside of the harmonic balancer, there's nothing on the belt that, the belt is not in a new location. So the belt is where the belt has always been. And this operates outside of it. And I've seen it for under 50 bucks. It's a simple setup, yeah, but you know, they don't advertise it. They want you to buy a new, you know, new crankshaft. So it's not a hard repair. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I can repair this shit. Yeah, because I'm studying the fucking shit out of this car, and I'm watching hundreds of videos. I sent them to you guys. You guys just want these results, but you don't want to participate in the knowledge. I'm sending it to you. Because you don't believe me when I give you my diagnostic. This car needs a new engine if it was taken to the factory. Can we get around that? Can we avoid spending that much money on this repair? Absolutely. That costs time. You know, my marching orders up until this point have been to save money. So I study and I save money, and I spend 10, 12 hours out here by myself with videos a lot of that time. So this is a huge problem. Doesn't matter how much oil you put in here, it's going to make that banging sound every time it's spinning, and what that's going to end up doing is throwing off timing. Absolutely. You know, especially when these journals, you know, that are holding the pistons are kind of like, though they're loose, you know, that's going to, first off, it's going to beat the shit out of these bearings, making them not even there, and then you'll seize up. So yeah, this car's out of commission. You know, I can't give you a full diagnosis right now because, well, not diagnosis. I can't give you like any more information, like how long would it take me to fix it? Because I still don't know exactly what's needed, because I don't, you know, after today, I'm assuming you guys are going to probably, since you're not having a good experience with me as your mechanic, you're going to probably want to take this to a mechanic. And, you know, I don't need the money, dude. You know, not if it's going to cost friendships. There's a certain way that I will allow myself to be treated when I'm fucking giving all of me and it's not recognized. You know, I'm not mad at you guys, but you know, you got a piece of my mind, And I will not yield on that. Not if I'm doing you favors. If you paid me in advance and I made promises, yeah, then talk to me like that. But I came into this not knowing what the hell was wrong, knowing nothing about this car, and it took me 1 week to get pretty good at it. Then it took Dave 1 week to order parts. And then after the parts, me and Dave struggled to try and figure out what the cause of it was. We found one of the symptoms. Yeah, it's skip timing. But skip timing is what happens when there's a catalyst. And this definitely is the catalyst. It's the oil. So anyways, I'm going to take out this other guy, take pictures and put it back. You guys would not come to the door and you wouldn't come down here, so I can't put the bottom of this car on. So I'm just going to, take those photos, and I'll probably smooth that out. I burnt my Dremel. It's still usable. But this is the least of our concerns right now. We need to really be looking at, I haven't measured it, but the crankshaft kind of looks okay. It might be worked. Like, we might not even have to take this thing in to get it machined. It's hard to know what we need, because you kind of want to have everything to see if you need it. Like, what I would probably do if I had a crank in the full kit is I would just first put on the two definitely bad ones, and I would inspect the other two, and if those were good, or if they were bad, I would replace them and try and keep the same crank in, and then just do a start test. Normally you want to replace everything at the same time though, because you're going to have new pistons on an old, slightly damaged crank. You're going to actually damage your new pistons, decreasing their life. So that's why I'm saying, it's like, you guys want to spend money, this would have been solved a week and a half ago, but we've been trying to, I've been told by Dave, we're not spending any more money on this. Okay, and what do I say? Fine, I'll just keep working on it. Maybe I could figure something out. But I made no promises. I did not lead anyone falsely to some belief. I just was demanded it to be finished, and that, something that I don't have control over. Definitely treating me like an unknown mechanic down the street that is taking advantage of you. And hell no, I don't take advantage of you guys. But that's what that, confrontation felt like. So I don't know why I just gotta sit there and endure you being pissed about this car not being done when I've given everything of myself. You don't even want to know about the car. You don't want to listen to, my diagnosis. You just want it done. So you're not even participating in the repair, but you're treating me with mistrust as if my words have at any point not been true. Because that's what it felt like. It was an accusation. I gotta hurry it up. You're not down here seeing what I'm seeing. It's definitely felt like, I don't know. I have a way of doing things, and it's slow. And my results are good when I'm not rushed. When I'm rushed and when I'm cranky and this is no longer fun, my miracles don't happen. I'm saying a miracle, but I will say this is huge progress, because now we have a very clear identifier of what the heck this problem is. So yeah.